Hi, Lions. Thanks for joining me. We're going to continue doing some work with the 6 syllable types, and we're also going to learn some new heart words today. Remember, the heart words are words that we need to know by heart. We need to know them automatically because they're used a lot in stories that we read, and we're also going to use them a lot in our own writing that we do. And some of these words just don't follow our phonics rules. They're rule breakers. So we need to know them automatically because you won't be able to sound them out. Okay, so the first word I want to introduce you to is read, but this is also the word read. So the way that you know if the word is read or read is depending on the sentence that it's in. So for example, in this sentence, we will read the story. We say read because it wouldn't make sense to say we will read the story. That wouldn't make sense. But in this sentence, we read the story yesterday. It already happened. So we would read this word as read. So you're not going to know if it's read or read until you read it in a sentence. So when we practice it, we'll practice it both ways. So the first way we'll practice will be read. So read it with me. Read. Spell it. R-E-A-D, read. Now, the second way is past tense, already happened, and it is read. So read that with me. Read. Spell it. R-E-A-D, read. Good job. We have another word like that has 2 different ways to say it. All right, the next word I want to introduce you to is Ben. You have been working so hard. Ben. Spell it. B-E-E-N. Ben. Good job. The name Ben only has 1 E. Okay. 4. This is the number 4. Spell it with me. F-O-U-R, 4. Here's a neat trick. To remember that this is the number 4, you can look and see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 letters. That's how you know that this is the number 4. Okay? All right, let's review some of our sight words or heart words that we learned previously. Because. Spell it with me. B-E-C-A-U-S-E. Because. Good job. They're stuck. Won't. Spell W-O-N apostrophe T. Won't. Remember, this is a contraction. A contraction is when you take 2 small words, but you make it even smaller. You combine them together. This is short for will not, and we use the apostrophe to show that some letters are missing. And because the apostrophe is kind of like the glue that's holding the 2 words together. This is another contraction, don't. This is short for do not. Spell it with me. D-O-N apostrophe T, don't. So the apostrophe is the glue holding the 2 words together, and it's showing us that some letters are missing. Once. Spell it. O-N-C-E, once. Both. B-O-T-H, both. Father. F-A-T-H-E-R, father. Good job. Make sure you spell read with me. Who. W-H-O, who. Great. G-R-E-A-T, great. You are great students. Today. T-O-D-A-Y, today. Work. W-O-R-K, work. Word. W-O-R-D, word. Water. W-A-T-E-R, water. Many. M-A-N-Y, many. Says. S-A-Y-S, says. Large. Large, large. Friend, friend, friend. Like, like. Call, call. From, from. Way, way. Down, spell it, down, read, down. Play, spell, play, play. Read, spell, read with me. Was, was. We're almost finished with these. Good, good, good. Pull, pull, pull. This pull's talking about the motion, pulling something, an action word. The pool you swim in is spelled differently. Okay, we are going to do our spelling now. So if you do not have paper and pencil, you can pause your device while you grab your materials. And for everyone else, we'll go ahead and get started. The first word we'll spell is jar. Let's sound it. J-R. R. We know the R sound is spelled like art car. So we'll use the R-controlled vowel spelling when we get to that part. J. So I know that's the letter J. J-R. So I'm going to use the R-controlled vowel spelling there. Jar. Jar. Did it look like this? And the J, it looks like an I if I cover up the tail. So it's an I, but you keep going down and then hook it. J. J goes down below. Barn. 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 I hear the R-controlled vowel sound again. The AR, R-controlled vowel sound. B. So that's a B. Now I want to show you, some people confuse the B with the letter D. When you make the B, remember it's a stick and then a circle. If you reverse it, don't worry. A lot of people get that confused, but you want to fix it, because if we don't fix it, then your mind, it's going to become a habit and it'll be hard to fix it later on. So if you ever make your B backwards or your D backwards, go ahead and fix it when you do that. And then you'll be less likely to reverse it the next time. So B is stick and then the circle. Okay, barn. B-R. I hear the R sound again, like the art car. So A-R. B-arn. I hear N, which is the letter N. Barn. Did it look like that? So B goes to the top line and the rest of the letters just go to the midline. Okay, skirt, 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 skirt. So I hear sk, a blend, S-K blend, sk, and there are 3 ways to make the sound. For skirt, it's I-R, sk. I hear a T at the end. Skirt. If you're ever not sure which spelling to use, you can try all 3 and see which one looks right to you. Heat. Eat. Heat. E. I hear a long E sound. And I know in the word heat, it is the E-A spelling that's going to give us the E sound. Eat. Heat. It's got the word eat in it, doesn't it? So just like with the R-controlled vowels, since there's more than one way to make the long E sound, you can try and see which one looks right. That will help you. Okay, bird, 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 b. It's the B again, so remember stick and then the circle, b. And that is the IR spelling. B-er-d. D. So the D. So with the D, it's a circle and then the stick. It's the opposite. Stick, circle for B, circle, stick for the D. Okay, the last two words we're going to spell are sight words. Pull. As you spell it, say the letters out loud. P-U-L-L, pull. And so pull, the P goes below the baseline. And then the last word we're going to spell is good. Say those letters as you spell. G-O-O-D, good. So G goes down below the baseline. Good job with your spelling. Okay, guys, let's read our story. And we're going to actually reread our story about the firefighters. Remember, this is a good time for you to pause your device and try to read it at your own pace before we read together. The firefighters. Chapter 1, the fire bell rings. And we'll go a little faster today since we're rereading the story. Rose was a firefighter. In that job, you have to be ready all the time. When a call for help comes in, you have to move fast. One time, the fire bell rang when Rose and the other firefighters were eating lunch. They had to leave their lunch. Rose pulled on her turnouts. Turnouts are thick clothes with wide stripes that shine in the dark. Her turnouts and hard hat help keep her safe from fire, heat, and falling sparks. Rose got a printout telling her where the fire was. She ran to the truck, got in, and started the truck. Okay, good time to pause and read on your own before we read together. Her friends were running to the other trucks. The ladder truck is so long the two people must drive, one in the front cab and one in the back cab. Vic drove in the front. Lee sat in the back cab. He steered by turning the rear wheels. Rose drove fast, but she watched the streets. When cars hear the fire trucks and see them flashing, they must move to the side while the fire trucks pass. Rose was asking herself, what will this fire be like? Far off, she saw black smoke. As she got near, she saw the red flames rising. Wow, I can't wait to get to chapter 2 tomorrow so that we can hear what happens. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our firefighters and emergency personnel workers. We have a lot of firefighters in our community, and I know everyone at our school just thanks you for your hard work and for just being so helpful. We really appreciate it. Okay, Lions, I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget, R is our new R-controlled vowel sound. And R-controlled vowels are when there's an R after a vowel, and it makes the vowel make a different sound. Some people call it a bossy R because it does that. And we also learned that when you have the R-controlled vowel with AR, and then there's also a silent E, that when it's with the AR spelling, so far it's been the silent E that kind of wins would be one way to say it. So for example, let me write these two words. So in this first word, it's car. Now, when we look here, we have an R-controlled vowel, AR, but then we also have silent E. So it's not car because we know this is how you spell car. You actually would have a long vowel sound because of the silent E, and this is care. So when you see an R-controlled vowel and the silent E, if it's the AR, the silent E is the winner, so to speak. The silent E takes control when it's the AR. Okay? Now, if you're ever not sure, you're likely going to be reading it in a sentence, and so you'll have to see what would make sense. All right, Lions, thank you for your hard work. I'll see you tomorrow for another lesson.